go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean in, feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcome.
Dear Founding Fathers, first of all, about that more perfect union thing, we're not quite there yet, but we're working on it. So let's see, what would you be most interested to know about us? Dear Founding Fathers, first of all, about that more perfect union thing, we're not quite there yet, but we're working on it. So let's see, what would you be most interested to know about us? Well, the British didn't turn out to be a big issue. The French did for a while, but we're all cool now. Let's talk about democracy, our republic. We became a great nation, and while imperfect, we've done some great things. 2 American brothers figured out how to fly, and we haven't stopped since. D-Day was incredible. A victory for democracy, defeat for tyranny. And who did we fight alongside? The British. In the summer of 1969, we landed on the moon. We did that a couple of times. George Washington turned out to be the most popular among all of you. He's on our money. He's got his own monument. A bridge was named after him. So was the center of our government. That's where our Congress sits. We spell it, by the way, with 2 S's now. But here in what you named the United States, we are not united. In fact, we have 50 states now, and tonight on election night, we will mark them red or blue to show which candidate has won enough votes to win each state. You never got to see the country we became or how big we got. We've got 350 million people now. You didn't see women as equal members of society. Tonight, a woman is on the ballot for president for the 2nd time. You left us to fight a civil war to abolish something most of you practiced, the enslavement of human beings. And in all the years since, we the people have taken on the push for equality, and it's still a struggle every day. If I'm being honest, there still is not a lot that unites us. There was a day this past spring when the sun went away just briefly. People wept, they cheered at the sight of it, they got engaged, they got married, but mostly they were there united in their amazement. Tonight is a messy one for us. It's election night. We pick a new president between a former president and the current vice president. Last time we did this, it was far from the peaceful process you envisioned. No one ever said striving to be a more perfect union would be easy. Whatever happens tonight, we'll have a republic tomorrow and the next day, but please, Founding Fathers, please grant us the wisdom and the strength to get through this and work this out. This is our home. I've spent all my life calling this the greatest nation on earth. Thank you for all that you did. I know you left us believing you'd done the best you could. We'll take it from here. And look at the time. Our election night starts right now.
Do be What's going on, good people, good people, good people, good people? Thank you to the 10 people, 12 people, 15, 4 people, 7 people, 8 people. Either way, glad to have all of you here. This is some breaking media news. Byron Allen has just bought the majority stake of Buzzfeed. And oh, buddy, we do have a lot to discuss. Oh, wow, 24 people. Let me just get to it. Higher is weighing, low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. So you see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. So when I saw this news, I'm like, oh, my God. Like, Byron Allen is that dude. Like, he tried to buy BET, right? He tried to buy BET. Then he tried to buy, Paramount Skydance, right? Then he tried to buy ABC. Like, this brother just kept showing up in rooms, right? Now, for those of you who don't know, he owns the Griot, right? The Griot used to be under NBC. He also owns the Black News the Black News Channel, rather. That used to be something, but now it's no longer around. He also owns the Weather Channel, right? And he is tweaking. Okay, I'm just going to let that comment slide. Anyway, back to our discussion here, because this is a very critical discussion here. Like I was saying, now Byron Allen has got the time slot for CBS with Comics Unleashed, right? So he'll be taking over after Stephen Colbert does his final show. He should still be on TV, Stephen Colbert, but such as life, right? So I want to bring this up to you all. And yes, I'm going to utilize my own content because that's what we do over here, because we are always ahead of the culture, per usual. So it was not lost on me, rather, that a black man bought BuzzFeed. And in order to understand where we're going, we have to know where we've been. So I'm going to show you this here first, which is this. Let me bring this up. Come on here now. Come on, laptop. Come on. There we go. Okay, so check this out. Okay, let me flip reverse and wind it back real quick. Here we go.
Carlos Watson making an impact of his own, the co-founder and editor of Aussie.com.
Where do you see yourself now? That's what I ask myself.
When you get dropped from a record company, all the other labels are like, all right, well, something's wrong.
Welcome to day 2 of Aussie Fest.
It's hard to work through trauma publicly.
New York, God bless.
We have to reclaim ourselves, reclaim the power of who we just are.
I mean, our diversity is one of our strongest assets.
If we're going to be a country that is united, we can have big debates.
You better hop on board.
So that was Carlos Watson. Now you see the rise and fall of Ozzy, and now he is back with, I believe, a company called Bloom Media. But this is not all Ozzy did. So Ozzy, they had podcasts, they had TV shows, they had live events like you saw with Ozzy Fest, but they also did this as well. Here we go.
You have what it takes to become the next Ava DuVernay, next Bill Gates, maybe the next Oprah Winfrey here at Aussie. Guess what? we want to help you launch your own dream journey. We call it the Ozzy Genius Awards. Now we're launching a new season of this terrific scholarship in hopes of providing 10 new college students all across the country with up to $10,000 each to help bring their big ideas to life. Some of the greatest inventions and brightest geniuses, they broke through because they had an angel behind them. We want to be that angel for the geniuses of tomorrow. Now, Amanda Gorman, who rocketed to national acclaim after performing her wonderful poems both at the inauguration and later at the Super Bowl, she was a recipient of the Ozzy Genius Awards just 4 short years ago. So we invite you to share your biggest and boldest ideas, and we'll help give them wings. Because supporting your brightest idea today will unlock a brighter future for all of us tomorrow. Let's go do it.
Bring the action.
Now, when Ozzy shut down, right? All of those Genius Awards were not given out to the recipients, right? So let's go to this here because I did this live stream here. You can tell how old the stream is because things have changed since then. We got background, virtual background. The main background has changed. I used to have a microphone in my hand, but I streamed this 2 years ago, right? December 21st, 2023, right? So 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. So 4 years ago, I talked about Carlos Watson and Ozzy Mia. Now, there was a lawsuit with Ben Smith and Buzzfeed. So let's go here. So there was a Goldman Sachs controversy where Ozzy co-founder Samir Rao allegedly impersonated a YouTube executive during an investor call to bolster the company's credibility. Because what ended up happening was Ozzy had a deal with A&E Global Media, right? And they were supposed to do a Carlos Watson show on A&E, the television network, but of course that didn't work out. So then they pivoted to YouTube, and they said it was going to be a YouTube original, but YouTube did not commission originals. They did for a time commission YouTube originals with YouTube Red, the streaming service, before it became YouTube Premium. Now remember what Pedro Pena said, right? Who is the vice president of Europe, Middle East, and Africa. There's no appetite for originals, even though YouTube creators are going to ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, CW, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Paramount Plus, and others, right? And also, too, Neil Mahone said, we don't know how to pick originals. And Neil Mahone recently said that the best content creators don't leave YouTube, right? So I've been pitching YouTube studios for eons, right? So that was that. Of course, Roland Martin talked about the state of Black-owned media and the importance of ownership. So right here, in-depth breakdown of the lawsuit filed by Ozzy Mia, which alleges that Ben Smith and Buzzfeed reached a non-disclosure agreement from 2019 to misappropriate Ozzy's proprietary strategies, business models, and trade secrets from the benefit of their own media venture, Sim4. So Sim4 is around, Ozzy is not. So if I type in right here or click it, because I have a touchscreen, what did the lawsuit claim Buzzfeed stole? So right here, it says specifically the suit claims that Ben Smith and Buzzfeed had unfair access to Ozzy's proprietary playbook for success during acquisition negotiations in 2019. This included financial records and revenue streams, lists of investors and advertisers, audience and traffic metrics, unique methodologies and strategies for pitching investors and securing advertising contracts, content libraries, and internal playbooks. The 72-page Ozzy OZY Studios built playbooks for launching, operating, generating revenue from a multi-platform media company. Now I'm gonna put Carlos Watson. CEO of Buzzfeed. Like I said, I'm attacking this from a completely different angle here. Okay, yes, I know that. Carlos was offered to be CEO of Buzzfeed. So right here, look at this. Instead, it mentions that during acquisition negotiations in 2019, BuzzFeed offered Carlos Watson the position of president of BuzzFeed and a spot on their board of directors as a part of an incentive package. So let's go with that now. Ultimately offering a package that included a $250 million purchase price, plus $30 million in specific incentives, the position of president, and a spot on the board of directors for Watson. So let's do math here, shall we? Let's do some damn math. So basically, they were going to buy Ozzy, right, and bring Carlos Watson on. Right, so $250 million purchase plus $30 million in specific incentives. The president of BuzzFeed was going to be Carlos Watson, and he was going to be on the board of directors as well. Right, so you have all of that there, and then as we jump forward. I can't believe I did this stream 4 years ago. That is crazy work. As it gets ready to come on up here. BuzzFeed makes multiple offers to acquire Ozzy, each more lucrative than the last, culminating to a $250 million offer, plus $30 million incentives, and the position of president of BuzzFeed for Watson. Before Watson and Ozzy declined, that email at the end of October was from Cherry, the CEO of BuzzFeed. Ben Smith plays a central role throughout the acquisition process, which includes access to all of Ozzy trade secrets before signing January 2020 in the final days of the acquisition talks. So BuzzFeed kept offering different deals to buy Osmia up to $250 million. So with that being said, now let's get to this article here. On my rambling comes greatness. Just give me time. So Carlos Watson, Ozzy Mia also accuses Ben Smith, BuzzFeed, and Simfor of stealing trade secrets. Lawyers for Ozzy Mia, the defunct Mia Entertainment Company founded by Carlos Watson, allege in a new lawsuit that Ben Smith, BuzzFeed, and Simfor, the Mia startup co-founded by Smith in 2022, misappropriated Ozzy trade secrets for their own benefit. The suit additionally alleged that BuzzFeed reached a non-disclosure agreement it entered into with Ozzy in 2019 as a part of its efforts to buy the company. Lawyers representing Ozzy Mia allege that Smith, former BuzzFeed news editor-in-chief and New York Times media columnist, who is currently editor-in-chief of Simfor, wrote a series of hit pieces about Ozzy Mia, but did not disclose his central role in BuzzFeed's efforts to buy Ozzy 2 years earlier while he was at BuzzFeed. And in that lawsuit that I showed you guys, there are emails back and forth with the president of BuzzFeed saying, "Oh, Carlos, you're great. We love the company. We love the fact that you're able to do all these live events. You figured out the podcasting. You basically did all the work, and we just want to take the fruits and vegetables out of your garden that you worked so hard to plant and grow and to allow to flourish, pretty much." Reps for BuzzFeed and Simfor declined to comment. Smith did not immediately respond to a comment on the lawsuit. The lawsuit filed Thursday in U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York seeks unspecified monetary damages and that Smith and Simfor be restrained and enjoined from misappropriating, disclosing, or using Ozzy's confidential information and trade secrets. The lawsuit alleges that Smith was given unfair access to Ozzy's trade secrets during the Buzzfeed acquisition process in September 2019, when Buzzfeed was exploring a deal to buy Ozzy Media that ultimately abandoned. That included non-public information related to the actual or anticipated business and or products, research, or development of Ozzy, such as marketing, finance, and other business materials, as well as information on Ozzy's customers. Because they also did newsletters as well. I forgot to mention that. Lawyers for Ozzy Media accused Smith of copying Ozzy's business model to launch Semaphore after Buzzfeed went public and having seen Ozzy's playbook for launching, operating, and generating revenue from a multimedia platform company. During Buzzfeed's attempt to buy Ozzy, Ben Smith, as co-founder, announced the creation of their own media company, Semaphore, a splitting image of Ozzy. Dustin Push, a partner at Mayer Watkins Phillips Push, the law firm representing Ozzy, said in a statement. A story by Smith published September 26, 2021 in the New York Times reported that Ozzy Media falsified audience metrics and that their chief operating officer, Samir Rao, impersonated a YouTube executive on a call with prospective investor Goldman Sachs. Regarding the Times story, the lawsuit claims Watson was shocked that Ben Smith would even report on Ozzy at all, given the unprecedented access to Ozzy's trade secrets he had at Buzzfeed and his strict obligations under the mutual NDA. In March of 2023, Ozzy Media shut down after Watson was arrested and indicted on federal fraud charges previous month. On February 23rd, Watson was arrested in Manhattan and charged with conspiracy to commit security fraud and conspiracy to commit wire fraud in what the Justice Department alleged was a scheme to defraud Ozzy's investors and lenders. Watson was also charged with aggravated identity theft for his role in the impersonation of multiple media company executives in communications with Ozzy lenders and prospective investors in furtherance of the fraud schemes, federal prosecutors said. Watson, as a part of a series of posts on Twitter, following his arrest and indictment, state he will fight these charges with everything I have, and I look forward to my day in court. He also wrote, "I'm deeply disappointed by the government's actions yesterday. I am not now and have never been a con man. I am and have been a hardworking entrepreneur who has helped build a special company from scratch." Continue. "I'm not saying I haven't made mistakes. I have, but it's fair to ask why I've been singled out. Ozzy is a real valuable company that was built through an enormous amount of hard work and sacrifice." Watson's comment reference was regarding the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York's February 23rd press release about the indictment. Watson's lawyers took issue with the U.S. Attorney's description of him as a con man, Ozzy Media as a criminal organization, among other things. In a request to the judge overseeing the case, Watson's legal team asked the government to remove such prejudicial language. In a response filed November 6th, Judge Eric Calteri agreed with many of those contentions. The U.S. Attorney's Office for Eastern District of New York removed the con man criminal organization from the press release in a November 16th update. The lawsuit filed Thursday on behalf of Ozzy Media, which Watson had launched in 2013, claimed that prior to Smith's reports in the New York Times, Ozzy was a successful and thriving majority Black-owned multi-platform brand with 5 premium subscription newsletters, 12 TV shows, 10 podcasts, a unique awards program, which you guys saw, and flagship events business anchored by Ozzy Fest. A copy of the Ozzy Media complaint is available at that link. Ozzy Media is jointly represented by Alexander Saikin of Saikin Law in the matter. So, with all that being said, now we get to Byron Allen. And this news right here. Byron Allen is buying Buzzfeed. So it's interesting that 4 years ago, right, that Buzzfeed was trying to buy a Black man's media company. And now a Black man is buying Buzzfeed. Okay. From Variety.com. Byron Allen is buying Buzzfeed, will become CEO. Site founder Jonah Peretti, who was the person trying to buy Carl Watson's company, Ozzy Media, become president of Buzzfeed AI. TV media entrepreneur Byron Allen is acquiring a majority stake in Buzzfeed, investing $120 million in the 20-year-old digital media company and will become CEO. Allen plans to expand Buzzfeed and Huffington Post into free streaming video, audio, and user-generated content. Buzzfeed on Monday announced that it entered a transactional agreement with Allen Family Digital, an affiliate of Byron Allen's family office, under which Buzzfeed will accept the majority investment. Buzzfeed CEO John Perret, who co-founded the company in 2006, will be succeeded by Allen, who will assume the role of chairman and CEO upon closing. At that point, Perret will transition to a newly created role as president of Buzzfeed AI. I want to bring something up real quick here. Because I think this is very important. When I saw this, I'm like, well, Byron Allen, there's a platform out here that is doing some great work already, and I did mention them on the show. So this right here is the blacktube.com, right? Get ready to pull it up. So right here, so this is the black tube right here. So this is basically the black version of YouTube, okay? So right here, 7,248,617 people visiting BlackTube there. I don't know how long this video is. $19,000 views, that is huge.
For some people, success is based off of how much money you have in your bank account. For some people, success is based off of what you can buy, what you can afford to do, what kind of neighborhood you live in. When I say success is based off of the progress that you make on a daily basis. Success is based off of you having a dream, having a vision, and then actually being able to manifest that into the flesh. You see that behind me? That's success. Right there. I had a vision. I had a vision of a platform. I was told by God, create a platform and it has to have black in it. I created the BlackTube. And then as a result, many things have happened since then. In fact, my family.
This is the owner of the BlackTube, y'all.
Families on YouTube. But because I created this platform called the BlackTube, all of a sudden, unwarranted attacks happened and my family's channel was deleted from off of YouTube, the So in Love family. We were deleted and we asked for a response, and the response was that you are a threat to our community. You are a threat to the community. So you want to know what success is? Success is this. You look behind me, you see my family's content. You see the So in Love family. But guess what? All of our content that you see, that's not YouTube. That's the BlackTube. That's our own platform. So for you to be told that you're not wanted somewhere, and then you still find a way to have a new home, not to be finished, but to have a new home for your content, that's success right there. Mm-hmm. That's being unstoppable right there. But then you know what? We went one step further. We began using another platform. We began using TikTok. I got on TikTok after my son was already on TikTok, but he hadn't used his TikTok in over 3 years. So I get on TikTok and I start promoting the BlackTube. Then my son starts using TikTok, and what happens? J-Funk is reborn. You go from being known as this famous YouTuber that people haven't seen in years to being one of the darlings, one of the stars of this platform called TikTok. So J-Funk becomes one of the mega stars on TikTok, and in less than 1 year grows to 1 million followers. And in addition to that, he's averaging anywhere from 50 to 100 million views every single month. Kids are recognizing him everywhere that we go. This is success right here. But people think that it's all fun and games. People don't understand what goes on behind closed doors. They don't understand what you have to go through in order to keep pushing when you know that there are people that don't want to see what you do succeed. So what did we do? We continued to grow. And you know what happened? All of a sudden, YouTube says, hey, we want you back. What? J-Funk gets on YouTube, and first month back, I think you reached 80 million people. Second month, 100 million people.
Come on.
It's been 3-4 months, and you telling me you have over 300,000 subscribers on a brand new channel?
Yeah.
So still, our family's content is gone. Our family's content is not on their platform. However, there is a home where you can see that content. The Black Tube is that home. So people are asking, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do? We already won. We've already succeeded.
So I want to show you guys the Black Tube, because I think that the Black Tube, along with Buzzfeed, really could be something quite amazing. So this is what it looks like here, right? So you can literally upload videos, right? You can also go live from here, right? So this is basically the black version of YouTube, right? And I did cover this on the show, right? Virtual Tour Live. Like I said, we cover a lot of stuff that a lot of other people don't cover over here. Okay. And what I mean by we cover a lot of stuff that a lot of other people don't cover over here, I mean over in the black YouTube sector. Okay. So just want to just say it's Byron Allen. If you want to team up with the Black Tube inside, Buzzfeed, I think that wouldn't be too bad of an idea. That's why I made the Black Buzzfeed logo, playfully, of course, everybody. So let me go with this here. Come on, we are live. Please and thank you. So right here, the Black Tube, empowering content creators and influencers. At the Black Tube, we are on a mission to revolutionize the world of content creation and influencer marketing. We believe that every content creator and influencer should have an equal opportunity to express themselves freely without the fear of being silenced or blacklisted. Our platform is dedicated to creating a fair and inclusive environment where creativity knows no bounds. Individuals can maximize and monetize their brand to unprecedented levels. Our vision, we envision a world where creative voices are heard, respected, and rewarded regardless of background, perspective, or niche. The Black Tube is the embodiment of that vision, offering a haven for content creators and influencers to thrive and express themselves without censorship or discrimination. Unleashing creativity, the Black Tube is more than just a platform, it's a kingdom. We are committed to providing a space where creativity can flourish freely. We understand that each content creator and influencer is unique. We celebrate the diversity of voices, talents, and ideas that make our community special. Empowering you. At the Black Tube, we put the power back in your hands. You are free to create the content you are passionate about without any fear of being silenced or blacklisted. Our user-centric design ensures that you have the tools and resources to maximize, monetize your brand to new heights, a win-win situation. We believe that a platform should benefit both its users and the broader community. The BlackTube is designed to be a win-win situation for all content creators and influencers. Find a supportive environment to grow their influence and income while audiences are treated to a diverse range of content that reflects the rich tapestry of human experiences. Our commitment, the BlackTube, is committed to transparency, fairness, and inclusivity. We work tirelessly to create a platform that is fair for all users, regardless of their background, content, niche, or level of influence. We actively listen to user feedback, adapt to the changing landscape of content creation, and uphold a strong commitment to freedom of expression. Join us. We invite you to join the BlackTube community and be a part of the future of content creation, influencer marketing. Whether you're a seasoned content creator or just starting your journey, our platform is here to empower you, amplify your voice, and help you reach new heights in your creative endeavors. The BlackTube is where creativity finds its true home, where you can be free to create, express, and succeed. Welcome to a platform that's designed with you in mind, where your dreams and aspirations can become a reality. So I wanted to just give the BlackTube their credit. They've been out here for some years now. So like I said, if you understand the moves that are happening around you, you understand the moves that you are seeing in front of you. Welcome in, everybody. We are talking about Buzzfeed because Byron Allen has bought Buzzfeed. He's going to become the CEO of Buzzfeed, everybody. A very, very huge day. When I saw it on my phone, it was announced about an hour, when I saw it on my phone. But then, of course, it came out 2 hours, 3 hours ago, 1 hour on all the others media platforms, right? So let's keep going here with this. I'm sorry, y'all. That's not what I want to do. Go back. There we go. Okay. The deal is currently expected to close by the end of May 2026, so this month, subject to customary closing conditions. With the sale statement, BuzzFeed plans to make significant changes, including cost reduction and setting up BuzzFeed Studios, including vertical micro dramas, so vertical micro dramas, animation, digital video, and a premium studio featuring feature films, and Tasty as a new independent entity. So if you need to know who the competitors of Tasty are, First We Feast, which was under BuzzFeed, now it's its own independent company, along with many other independent food brands as well, food media brands rather as well. Under the terms of the agreement, Allen Family Digital will acquire 40 million shares of BuzzFeed at a price of $3 per share for a total purchase price of $120 million. Upon closing, Allen Family Digital will own approximately 52% of the company's outstanding shares. The purchase price will be funded with $20 million in cash at closing and a $100 million promissory note due 5 years from closing, accruing interest at 5% annually. Allen said in a statement, Jonah is a great visionary and has done a phenomenal job. BuzzFeed and Huffington Post have become two iconic global digital media brands with powerful audience reach and strong cultural importance. Our vision is to build upon the iconic foundation of BuzzFeed and Huffington Post by expanding into free streaming video, audio, user-generated content. As of this moment, with the power of AI, BuzzFeed is officially chasing to become another premier free video streaming service. Allen, a former stand-up comedian and TV host, is the founder, chairman, and CEO of Allen Media Group, which he founded in 1993, just 1 year before I was born, y'all, 1994, and is headquartered in Los Angeles. Allen owns 13 ABC, CBS, and NBC network affiliate broadcast television stations and 11 U.S. markets in 10 HD high-definition television networks, serving nearly 275 million subscribers, including the Weather Channel, which he owns, Pets.tv, Comedy.tv, Recipe.tv, Cars.tv, ES.tv, MyDestination.tv, JusticeCentral.tv, The Grill, and HBCU Go. Yeah, he owns a lot. In addition, Allen has leased a 2-hour nightly comedy block on CBS, After Late Night with Stephen Colbert ends May 21st. Allen's Comics Unleashed will air that time slot. When it moves up and to replace Colbert's show, Allen will continue at least the 12:37 a.m. hour, which will run the comedy game show Funny You Should Ask. Allen's time deal with CBS is through the 2026-2027 TV season. Harari called Allen one of the most accomplished media entrepreneurs in the industry and said this about the deal, giving Allen control over BuzzFeed. Byron's vision, operational experience, and long-term commitment to premium content makes him exceptionally well-positioned to lead BuzzFeed and Huffington Post into our next phase of growth. And personally, I'm thrilled Byron's taking over the Late Show with Stephen Colbert's time slot. I'm highly confident his relationships with talent will bring some credible stars to the BuzzFeed platform. So he's hoping that the Funny You Should Ask show and the Comics Unleashed will bring talent over to the BuzzFeed platform, and the BuzzFeed platform will feed that time slot. So potential. Regarding his new role as president of Buzzfeed AI under Allen's ownership, Prey said, after 20 years as CEO of Buzzfeed, I'm excited to switch my focus to a more hands-on role developing products and technology that are only possible because of the recent advances in AI. I'm convinced that AI will fundamentally transform the industry and empower creative people to build in new ways. I believe the opportunity is enormous. So there was like a new social network that BuzzFeed was creating. I think it was in beta. It was some type of island thing. We also talked about that on Braylon's virtual tour live. So let's keep going here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So y'all know we always showcase the press release. Okay, listen, that's just what we do. BuzzFeed announced proposed majority stake investment by Byron Allen's family office. Of course, right here, Byron Allen named becoming chairman and chief executive officer of BuzzFeed Incorporated. John Perez to transition to president of BuzzFeed AI. The company also reports Q1 2026 financial results. From New York, BuzzFeed Incorporated today announced the company has entered into a transaction agreement with Allen Family Digital LLC and Philip Byron Allen's family office, under which BuzzFeed Incorporated will accept a majority investment from Allen Family Digital LLC. Founder and CEO John Prey will be succeeded by Byron Allen, who will assume the role of chairman and chief executive officer upon closing, and Peretti will transition to a newly created role as president of BuzzFeed AI. Under the terms of the agreement, Allen Family Digital will acquire 40 million shares of BuzzFeed Incorporated at a price of $3 per share for a total purchase price of $120 million. Upon closing, Allen Family Digital will own approximately 52% of the company's outstanding shares. The purchase price will be funded with $20 million in cash at closing and a $100 million promissory note due 5 years from closing, accruing interest at 5% annually. The transaction is expected to close by the end of May 2026, subject to customary closing conditions. The company also reported financial results for the first quarter ended March 31st, 2026. Byron Allen has built one of the world's largest media companies and is one of the most accomplished media entrepreneurs in the industry, having spent 30 plus years transforming distribution infrastructure, identifying strategic assets, and scaling them into something much greater, said Jonah Peretti. BuzzFeed founder and CEO Byron's vision, operational experience, and long-term commitment to premium content makes him exceptionally well positioned to lead BuzzFeed Huffington Post into our next phase of growth. And personally, I'm thrilled Byron is taking over the Late Show with Stephen Colbert's time slot. I'm confident that his relationships with talent will bring some incredible stars to the BuzzFeed platform. To prepare for his arrival, we are planning to make significant changes, including cost reductions and set up BuzzFeed Studios, including vertical micro dramas, animation, digital video, which could also mean digital video in terms of talk shows, news shows, game shows, live events, and everything in between. Premium studio, including feature films, and Tasty as a new independent entity. This investment in our business and Byron's management roles will provide liquidity and operational focus of BuzzFeed Incorporated continued. I will transition into a newly created role as president of BuzzFeed AI after 20 years as CEO of BuzzFeed. I'm excited to switch my focus into a more hands-on role developing products and technology that are possible because of recent advances in artificial intelligence. I'm convinced that AI will fundamentally transform the media industry and empower creative people to build in new ways. I believe the opportunity is enormous, Brady said. Jonah is a great visionary and has done a phenomenal job. BuzzFeed and Huffington Post have become two iconic global digital brands with powerful audience reach and strong cultural importance, said by our incoming chairman and CEO of BuzzFeed. Our vision is to build upon the iconic foundation of BuzzFeed and Huffington Post by expanding into free streaming video, audio, user-generated content. As of this moment, with the power of AI, artificial intelligence, BuzzFeed is officially chasing YouTube to become another premier free video streaming service. So, with all that being said, right, let's get to this here because I think this part is important here. BuzzFeed, the company's largest brand, maintained its position as the number one brand in the United States time spent among any single media brand in its competitive set, reaching 36.8 million hours in quarter one 2026, up 10% year over year. This outpaced second place People Magazine, People.com, at 33 million hours. Huffington Post recorded 15.5 million hours in total U.S. time spent in quarter one of 2026, significantly outperforming pairs like the New Yorker at 4 million hours, Vanity Fair at 3.4 million hours, New York Magazine, 2.8 million hours, Vox.com, 1.3 million hours, and Bustle at 8 million hours. It's interesting they didn't have Vogue on here, but I guess Vogue is in a whole different category in Condé Nast, which I think Vanity Fair is under Condé Nast. But anyway, direct visits and referrals and app page reviews continue to account for a majority of traffic on BuzzFeed own and operate properties with direct traffic surpassing both Facebook and Google referrals as one of the largest traffic sources for BuzzFeed.com. So they had a conference call today. Okay, at 5 o'clock, had no idea. And of course, you had to, get in and have a password and this, that, and the third. So, but yes, indeed. And then, of course, here, advertising revenues, content revenues, commerce, other revenues, time spent, all that good stuff. This is all the balance sheets and everything. And there is your media contact for BuzzFeed. Julia Clifton, PR at BuzzFeed.com. And then if you are an investor, you can contact investors at BuzzFeed.com. Okay. All right. So here's what they have here. So they have BuzzFeed, Huffington Post, Tasty, and BuzzFeed Studios. I know about these three here, but I don't know about BuzzFeed Studios as of yet. So here is BuzzFeed Studios, right? So they have TV and film, digital video, verticals, free advertising, streaming television, animation production facilities. What we got going on here? Oh, they've produced some stuff. So they have Hollywood stages and New York stages. I had no idea they had stages like that. So they have this here, stage 5, 1,340 feet. Oh, here it is here. Okay. So you have stage 5, you have stage 6, stage 7, stage 8, stage 9. And then, of course, you have a podcast room, you have culinary kitchen, you have green room and holding rooms there. So 3 green rooms, 200 feet, 3,540 feet, 1,118 feet, 423 feet for stage 6 and stage 5, 1,340 feet. This is very interesting. And then you have the New York stage here. This is the stage. You have a podcast room here. And you have a green room. Oh, I'm so excited about this live because, like I always say, y'all, if you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. Sorry, y'all weren't able to see all that. My bad. We're live. So here is the New York green room. Here, there's the podcast studio, and then there's the New York stage there. And of course, your LA studios here. So you got stage 5, stage 6, stage 7, stage 8, and stage 9. 3 green rooms. This is a flex stage there. Like I said, stage 5, 1,340 square feet. Stage 6, 423 feet. Stage 7, 1,118 feet. Stage 8, 3,540 square feet. That's the largest one. It's 200 feet. Stage 9. Then you got the voiceover booth, podcast room, culinary test kitchen, and green rooms and holding zones. So this is very interesting. I think I know where. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you. I think I know where Buzzfeed is going, y'all. I do. I think I have a very good idea. So let's look at their content here, right? So Girls Like Girls, you got K-Pops, The Ritual, F, Marry, Kill, Brother Orange, Girls Gone Wild. Okay, I did not know that was a thing. Xmas on Freevee, which was IMDb TV. QB1 Beyond the Lights, a Tubi exclusive. Dear David, Puppy Love, Black Demon, One True Loves. So they produced some stuff. Fall, that was a big movie there. My Fake Boyfriend, One Up. Looks like an interesting video game movie there. Book of Love, Once Upon a Time in Londongrad, The Rise and Fall of Lola Rowe. Snoop and Martha's Very Tasty Halloween, The End of Us, Stop and Go. The Case Died with Her. Hot Ones Game Show, that was on True TV. Relationship, I believe Relationship was on Facebook, as a Facebook original. Unspeakable Crime, The Killing of Jessica Chambers. Now follow this. Am I Doing It Wrong? Huffington Post, I Know That's Right, and Tasty Bite Club. So they have produced quite a lot. So if we look at here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. They've done 29 damn productions. At Buzzfeed Studios. I'll give credit where credit is due. And then, of course, Buzzfeed Video. Of course, they got Buzzfeed Video that they just relaunched. They got Buzzfeed Celeb Tasty, Unsolved, Animation Lab, Cocoa Butter. That is the black platform there. So you got 6 platforms for social, for digital video there. And I'm sure that they will have Buzzfeed TV be a digital video platform there. So Halogen is a part of Buzzfeed's verticals division. So you have all of these here. Looks like these are different stories here, or microdrama. So Daddy Helped Mommies in Prison, When Wife Won't Forgive, Reborn to Love, Mr. Right, From Gold Digger to His Lucky Charm, Pregnant by My Ex-Professor's Dad. That's crazy as hell. You're My Savior, The Return Knife Point, The Death Era's Secret, The Beggar King Returns, It's the Empire, The Boy I Hate, Kidnapped by the Devil, Back Off, I'm the Real Mrs. CEO, You're Fired, A Tech Genius, I Am Bloody Mary, Move Aside, I'm the Final Boss, Feast of Power, It's the Empire. And it looks like they have many more here. But yeah, So they teamed up with Real Short, Pocket FM, and Good Short. So all those platforms are different. Those are different spaces for the, micro dramas, right? So the fast channels, of course, Tasty, Buzzfeed, Celeb, and Unsolved. These are some of the shows that they have here. Oh my God. I am so glad I keep up with everything. Because I'm showing you all this now, so that way you can understand where we're about to go with this. So then we have the BuzzFeed Anna Lab here. So this is their animation lab, focused on animation. So they have Blank the Box, Chicken Nugget, Magic and Stuff, Porca Bosa, Will Helga, and the Good Advice Cupcake. This is very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. So you have a whole studios, right? You have Tasty, which is your food content division. You have Huffington Post, which is your news division. And then you have BuzzFeed, which is basically your entertainment division. Now, could Byron Allen buy Access Hollywood and bring that into BuzzFeed? He absolutely could. Let's take a look at this right here, everybody. So this is from Digiday. Digiday is a huge website. If you ever are looking for anything that is in terms of anything, media, tech, anything like that at all, this is the place to go. But check this out. Inside the Huffington Live video generating boiler room. This came out November 18th of 2014. So that's the HuffPost Live set there. Here we go. The HuffPost Live platform streams 8 hours of news video every weekday, but that's not where most people are seeing it. The 70-person HuffPost Live team creates the majority of Huffington Post original videos, filling 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern each day with live conversations about the news, spanning from politics to entertainment, with live text and video comments from viewers. But the live streaming portion of Huffington Post Live is largely a byproduct of the operation, not the end goal. Since its inception in 2012, Huffington Post executives have envisioned HuffPost Live as a clip-generating machine, one with fixed production costs and clear returns, said HuffPost Live President Roy Scarfoff. In our vision for it, the first 3 years were going to be focused on the most video-on-demand piece, said Scarfoff. Live is the way we keep our costs fixed, rather. I know why I spent every hour. That strategy has enabled Huffington Post to cheaply produce around 400 original video clips each week. Now, if you guys remember, AOL had a thing called AOL Build. They had AOL Build Studio. I wish Yahoo would just bring that back. Okay, but hey, listen. Sometimes some people are smarter than others. That would be me. Moving on. Yes, indeed, which Huffington Post editors embed in articles across the site. The company also pipes HuffPost Live content to several other distribution channels, including AOL On Video Network and Hulu. Hey, Linnell, still good to see you. So, interesting that Hulu gets brought up here. Very, 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 very interesting, because as we know, Disney is trying to fold Hulu into Disney Plus, which we all know that's a dumbass decision. Let's continue, which began posting HuffPost Live interviews last week in 2014. HuffPost Live offers Huffington Post a massive amount of video inventory to sell, and video ads commanding far higher rates than standard display units. Those market conditions explain why Huffington Post founder Ariana Huffington says she's aiming for half of the site's video half of the site's content route to be video. It's going to be a bigger and bigger part of what we're doing, she said. Cadillac and Verizon signed on as founding sponsors when HuffPost Live launched in August 2012. The video streaming network has since attracted dozens of other deep-pocketed advertisers. Insurance firm Athena, which has recently sponsored 20 HuffPost Live segments, confirmed that HuffPost ad rates are on par with other premium video inventory from other publishers. The Huffington Post has a great array of consumers, said Wendy Wall, Aetna's VP of Enterprise Marketing. They are great partners for us based on our consumer targeting strategy. HuffPost Live videos, like Huffington Post itself, have a very broad reach. They racked up 92 million views across various platforms last month, according to the publisher. Data from analytics firm ComScore shows that the HuffPost Live platform garnered 27.5 million views on U.S. desktop devices in October, representing around 12% of the total 236.1 million video views the Huffington Post served to U.S. desktops during that period. In terms of monetization, it's probably closer to 10 to 15 or 18%, said Jimmy Mayman, CEO of the Huffington Post. Is definitely becoming a valuable part of Huffington Post from a monetization perspective. In recent week, Huffington Post Live has booked interviews with a number of prominent figures and celebrities, including the Daily Show host Jon Stewart and investigative journalist Matt Taibbi. Those A-list guests are a reliable way to attract mainstream attention and traffic, says Garkoff. When we first launched, we did see celebrities as a big part of programming, he said, but we quickly saw that's a very appealing part of what we do. But the biggest way to garner influence and attention is to ask the right questions, he stressed, which tends to mean lengthier interviews. Is every exchange a mind blower? No, but you're getting someplace in the conversation. And sometimes the payoff is surprisingly rich. Still, HuffPost can benefit from some program variation and more tightly produced content. That's why it's looking to produce a few flagship shows. Bringing its virtual tour inside the HuffPost Live ecosystem there, including at least one documentary series, which is expected to roll out sometime next year. Skolkoff pointed to John Oliver's Last Week Tonight as inspiration, given its lengthy topic dissections and major social traction. We got the scale part down. That's working like a well-oiled machine, says Skolkoff. But we're looking at a couple of things like Last Week Tonight that hopefully have potential to break out and really become a brand definer. The format might be easy to replicate, but the talent won't be. Noah Altimer Group media analyst Rebecca Lee. They want to generate that virality and those clicks, and John Oliver is as viral as content gets right now. She said, we're going to know this type of program has succeeded on the day when a Huffington Post, a similar property, signs John Oliver or Jon Stewart, and it will eventually happen. So I wanted to bring this up because I remember HuffPost Live, right? And they were on YouTube, and we are going to look at their YouTube channel here in just a little bit. They still have their YouTube channel. So if I'm Byron Allen, right, and I am now the chairman and CEO of Buzzfeed, I am looking at every single thing we have of what is dormant and what could be revived again. And so I wanted to bring up HuffPost Live here. So here is this here. Okay, stop. Oh, come on. No. Okay, there we go. All right, so here we go, y'all. This is Ariana Huffington talking about HuffPost Live. Here we go.
With news. And now with HuffPost, 7 years ago, HuffPost disrupted the way people engage with news. And now with HuffPost Live, you're invited to be part of a different kind of conversation. Whoever you are, wherever you are.
Hi, Hi, I'm Fernita. I am live from my home in Tallahassee, Florida.
Hi, I'm Chase. I'm live from my bedroom.
Live from my living room.
My kitchen.
My bedroom.
My living room.
Live from my home office in Queens, New York.
East Haven, Connecticut.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Live from St. Louis, Missouri.
Salisbury, Massachusetts.
Live here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Los Angeles, California.
Live from my office in Ripton, Vermont.
On the shores of the mighty Atlantic Ocean, just south of Boston, Massachusetts.
Live from my music studio in Mexico City.
I'm Rogi. I'm live from a 30-foot travel trailer in a parking lot in rural New Mexico.
Hi, I'm Fernita.
And I'm Ariana Huffington, coming to you live from the HuffPost Live newsroom studio in New York City. And here with me is Roy Sikoff, the founding editor of the Huffington Post and the president and co-creator of HuffPost Live. In the course of this day, you're going to meet our 10 fabulous hosts. But right now, Roy and I are here to tell you a little more about what HuffPost Live is and what makes it different. And as you can see from the set, it was designed, as was the newsroom, to combine what HuffPost is about, the best of the old and the best of the new. The whole wall across the newsroom pays homage to the great journalists that went before us. And the people in the newsroom are determined to figure out the future. Roy and I have worked together for 13 years across many, many projects. To all of them, he's brought an incredible amount of passion, commitment, a sense of humor, and an incredible ability to think outside the box.
Thank you, Ariana. I mean, I guess 13 years, I feel a bit sort of like my professional bar mitzvah. You know, today I am a working man.
I know how streaming works, right? Buffering is a huge thing. And we're going to watch the whole video because I want this to be a critical part of
or something like that. I don't know. But, you know, thank you very much for this and for this great chance for all of us to do something really different and disruptive. You know, from the beginning, for me, HuffPost has always been about engagement. And that's the focus that I wanted to bring and we all want to bring to HuffPost Live. And also the same DNA that we had at HuffPost, you know, the sense of disruptiveness, of fun, you know, of taking what we do seriously, but not ourselves seriously, bringing that voice and attitude. And that's really what we want you to understand is that this is not a new brand we're trying to create. This is just an extension of a brand we hope that you already love, the Huffington Post.
And of course, a lot of the things that make HuffPost what it is, a commitment to storytelling, narrative, a determination to tell you not just what is not working, but what is working and to hear from you. All these are going to be central to HuffPost Live.
Yeah, I mean, I think the key thing is that you've always said it in speeches that we're at this great seismic moment where we're shifting from just presentation to participation. And I think that's the key for us is that people all around the world want to express themselves. Yep. And they don't want to just be talked at, they want to be talked with.
Well, they really want to be part of the story of our times. And of course, one of the key things about HuffPost from the beginning has been a very active and passionate community. All our comments, as you know, are pre-moderated to avoid a toxic environment. And since our launch, you have left 175 million comments.
Woo!
And of course, this community is going to be central as we're launching HuffPost Live.
Yeah, I mean, that's the truth. I mean, if you are watching out there right now on the HuffPost Live website, you see that this is not just a video screen. It's really a platform for engagement. Because Ariana said what we decided to do was we wanted to put the HuffPost community front and center of everything we wanted to do. We wanted to make this the most social video experience possible. So if you look around, you know, what the screen that we're on over here, I believe it is that you see this big join this segment live button, because that's really the message we want to give to you. We want you to join. We want you to participate. This is not us talking at you. It's us talking with you. As Ariana said about the comments, we dug into those and we realized that 70% of all the comments being left on HuffPost are in fact a response to a different comment. So people are not just commenting. They're actually having conversations. And we decided to bring those conversations, as we said, front and center. And once we decided to do that, once we decided to, as they say, double down on engagement and make it our North Star, it really affected everything that we decided from that point on. It decided, what we did with our technology, what we did with our design, and what we did with who we hired in front of and behind the camera.
Yes, including having green rooms where you can go and be as well prepared as the hosts are going to be about the next segment and the segment after that, and decide what you want to make sure that you don't miss. We have our resource well that in a sense shows you our work. It shows you what went into the creation of each segment. And you can be as well prepared, as well informed, with as many facts at your fingertips when you join the conversation as our hosts have.
Yeah, I think that's really important. The resource well is what's under the screen. And that's the thing. We don't want, people, our community members to come on and be an afterthought. It's not sort of like we have this expert and we have that person. Oh, and John in Wyoming. Oh, we don't really have time for John in Wyoming, So we want that. And then, as Ariana said, the green rooms. If you look above us, you'll see the green rooms. And what those are the segments that are going to be coming up. And you know how on ESPN, I know you're a huge sports fan, Ariana and I spend many of our hours watching poker, I think.
And eating Greek cookies. There are Greek cookies everywhere across HuffPost Live. There's going to be a major sugar rush by 11 a.m.
I think the crash, though, will come at noon. We're going to have to, you'll be watching and see. But so in these green rooms, they're one of the things that we're most excited about. As we were saying, when you watch ESPN, you know how they list what's coming up. And it's great because you may not like golf, but you wait around for, the basketball or the Olympics. But you can't really engage with that. So we decided, wouldn't it be great if you could actually engage with upcoming segments 20 minutes before it happens, 40 minutes before it happens, 3 hours before it happens. So that's what these green rooms are. They're every segment that we're going to do, for the next 12 hours, and beyond. And if you click on it, you can come in there and then you're immersed in that story. You can read up it, as Ariana said, in the resource well. You can start commenting in the comment well, and then you can click that button and way ahead of time say, put your hand up and say, you know what, I have something to add to this conversation. I want to be a part of it. I want to join you live.
And because, conversations don't end just because a segment ends, they're going to continue in what we are calling our post-live room. You can go there, find out if there's anything you missed by clicking on the earlier button, but also continue the conversation with other people who are interested in this particular issue. And that's how you can form communities around your passions, the things you care about, that are going to continue beyond, way beyond when the segment ended.
Yeah, we were going to call those rooms Afterlife, but it sounded a little,
Actually, I was overruled.
Yeah.
I still want to call them Afterlife. And if you like the idea of calling them Afterlife, you know what? We can change it from post-life to Afterlife. We just need a quorum. We just need enough of you.
We're very iterative. We're very flexible. It opens the debate about reincarnation. Is Afterlife someplace? Yeah, does the conversation go on eternally?
Sounds like
but, for us, seriously, it's really about bringing voices that are not normally heard in the traditional media and giving them a seat at the table in the conversation. That's not just a national conversation, but that it's a global conversation.
And that's what I love about the fact that wherever you are, from your smartphone, your tablet, or your webcam, you can join us live. So we can have a conversation. In fact, we must have a conversation about parenting with a mother in Kentucky, a mother in Kenya, and a mother in Crete, my home country. And we can have them talk to each other, to our viewers, and to our hosts at the same time, inviting your comments.
And that's what Ariana, she puts her hand on it. We want to have real conversations. I mean, traditionally, TV talk is sound bites. It's well prepared, it's overproduced, and you come on and say the thing that you were going to say, and I say the thing that I was going to say. We want to have real conversations, the kind of conversations that you have with your friends, sitting around your living room, sitting around the dinner table. And that's one of the reasons we don't have traditional commercials. We never want one of our hosts, and you're going to meet our 10 hosts over the course of the day who I think you're really going to like a lot. But we never want to hear one of them, this is an order, say, oh, sorry, we're out of time, no more time. It's really interesting, but we have to stop because we got to run this commercial. Yeah. We're not doing that. We're going to try to have some innovative ways to have our sponsors involved. And by the way, a big thank you right now to our founding sponsors. We're partnering with Cadillac and Verizon to bring you this programming. So really, a heartfelt tip of the hat to them.
And now it's time for us to stop talking about what we're going to do.
We have to.
And actually start doing it.
Well, that's great. We should start doing it. And I just want to say to everybody that Ariana's going to be back later this hour to do a segment about the importance of unplugging and recharging. And I know that this has always been a big passion of yours.
Actually, it's not a passion. It's an obsession. So join me on air. Go to the green room. Find out what we're going to be talking about, who we're going to be talking with. And if you want to join, just let us know. And we'd love you to join the conversation about unplugging and recharging. See you soon.
All right.
So that is basically
let's rock and roll.
That's basically HuffPost Live. And I wanted to bring this up because I feel like with Byron Allen and what he said, right? About wanting to make sure that this is a platform for, unscripted. Hey, Stream Master, good to see you. The fact that, and let's go back to the press release here because I feel like this is very important here. The fact that he said, and I quote, go back, right here. This is why I am the way I am. I love being able to have conversations about things before they get really started in the mainstream. And also, too, it's just fun to be curious. It's fun to explore. It's fun to disrupt. I think there was, I can't remember. She's, Janet Bryant Howard, I believe. She said disruption can have purpose. And I never forgot that quote. So I always try to use that whenever I'm talking about something big like this, right? So let's look at this here. Our vision is to build on the iconic foundation of Buzzfeed and Huffington Post by expanding into free streaming video, audio, and user-generated content. At this moment, with the power of AI, Buzzfeed is officially joining YouTube to become another premier free video streaming service. Let me read that 2 more times. Our vision is to build upon the iconic foundation of Buzzfeed Huffington Post by expanding into free streaming video, audio, and user-generated content. As of this moment, with the power of AI, Buzzfeed officially chased YouTube to become another premier free video streaming service. Our vision is to build upon the iconic foundation of Buzzfeed and Huffington Post by expanding into free streaming video, audio, and user-generated content. As of this moment, with the power of AI, Buzzfeed is officially chasing YouTube to become another premier free video streaming service. So, let's go back real quick because I think that Huffington Post Live really could be the foundation of this new Buzzfeed right now. I don't think you should call it Buzzfeed, Huffington Post Live, or Buzz Post Live. I think that the brand of Huffington Post Live is so big and so strong and so nostalgic that you utilize what you have. To get to where you want to be. And let me see here. I'm trying to. Okay, let me pause it here. So as you can see here, this is their set, right? So this is the live screen there. And of course, let me zoom in here. So you see camera 2, camera 1, 2, and 3. So like I said, camera 2 is usually on a wide shot, right? Camera 1 is on the host, and then camera 3 is on the guest. And then over here is the social media anchor area there. But of course, you see this is the feedback monitor. Under here is the teleprompter there. But then over here is the newsroom. So let's just say there's a breaking news story as I am with a guest, and that guest is an expert on whatever's going on. I can literally go into the newsroom, bring up a chair, talk to them, and another host can come out and be like, okay, I'm going to handle this here while you are sitting down in the newsroom. So it really becomes a very collaborative environment. I think Byron Allen needs to bring this back, sincerely. With that being said, here is more intel here. HuffPost Live was an internet-based video streaming network run by HuffPost, a news website in the United States. The network produced original programming as well as live conversations among users via platforms such as Skype and Google+. I believe that Skype and Google+ should still be around because the what Skype was able to do when you hear the do, there's something amazing about nostalgia and function, or nostalgic function. And not to mention too, like I said with Skype, it was the first platform that did video calling before Glide came along. Glide is another video messaging platform. Google Meet, WhatsApp before video calling really became a thing, before FaceTime became a thing, all that stuff, right? And then when you have Google Plus, you had the Google Plus Hangouts, right? So I think that if I'm Byron Allen, I'm like, hey, I will go with Microsoft and go to Google Plus and be like, hey, listen, can we bring those platforms back and do a media content partnership? That's just me. Live content was previously streamed for 8 hours each weekday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Instead of the usual TV news format of individual shows, the network was divided into short segments covering an individual story or topic from the parent website, as well as segments pertaining to a specific part of the website itself, such as politics, money, front page, and the like. It launched on August 13, 2012. On January 8, 2016, Ariana Huffington announced that HuffPost Live will be scaled back to reorganize the Huffington Post video strategy to more shareable online content. Ever since this reorganization, HuffPost Live's program has consisted of rerun content from previously truly live shows combined with varying number of new live celebrity shows per day before the cessation of new live content on March 28, 2016. So, and these are the former hosts here. So you got Alana Mazoski, Carolyn Marchesi Tarani, Josh Steps, Mark Lamont Hill, Nancy Reed, Ricky Cameroni, Caitlin Becker, Janet Barry. So right here, content in a structured format. Huffington Post Live or HuffPost Live only covers celebrity news, select segments, and special live events. HuffPost Live formerly featured 8 hours of daily programming for 5 days a week on demand, mobile, and online. Currently, programming only features previously aired segments. Since its launch, HuffPost Live concentrating on driving viewer engagement. The news is no longer about a few people telling everyone else what happened. It's about everyone telling everyone else what's happening now. Rather, this shift from presentation to participation is what fuels HuffPost Live, said Huffington Post in the launch press release. Segments often feature viewers and other members of the HuffPost universe or Huffington Post universe, including reporters and members of the Huffington Post community. Segments are open to participants to join the conversation via webcam, smartphones, tablet computers using Skype, Google Plus, or other video communication platforms. Programming is produced from AOL Huffington Post Studios in New York. So yeah, although there was an initial staff in Los Angeles as well, the LA production site was shut down in August. On August 30th, 2013, with some of the LA staff relocated to New York City. Live stream is interrupted by promos for HuffPost Live, after which a still promoting the next program replaces the video for the ongoing program. The viewer must click back to the website to get the video back. Advertising on the network consists of pre-roll commercials on-demand clips. The network is also met by premium sponsors that will integrate their advertising into the Network's content. Videos produced by HuffPost Live are available on over-the-top services, including Boxy, which was a very old school platform back in the day, Roku, PlayStation 3, and Apple TV. So imagine, right, if Byron Allen said to Disney, hey, what if HuffPost Live comes back and you keep Hulu? You bring back the Hulu app, you bring back the ABC app, and we can provide HuffPost Live content to Hulu and to ABC. And with ABC, oh, sorry, y'all. Hang on, I'm frozen. Give me a moment. I always hate it when I'm frozen. Good Lord. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Hey, okay. So like I was saying, oh, okay. Hi, you can see me bigger now. Anyway, like I was saying. Wait, there we go. Okay, like I was saying. Imagine, if you will, bringing back the Hulu app, the Hulu website, the ABC app, and imagine being able to do, for example, on the Hulu platform, you're able to do HuffPost Live content 24/7, right? So you can have structured shows on the Hulu, right? You can have the segmented, content that's live on HuffPost.com, and then the ABC app, you can get exclusive content from, the Hulu, stream shows, and also the HuffPost segments, right? So now you have a content loop of nothing but content, right? I don't know what's spoke, but basically a loop of content that never ceases, pretty much is what I'm trying to say there. So with that being said, let me show you this video here. This is what HuffPost Live looks like here. Here we go.
Now, with HuffPost Live, you're invited to be part of a different.
So this is what it looks like, okay? So here are the resources here, right? So these are all the things that you have information to. You have the featured videos, browse the archive. Okay. And then, of course, there's the green room here. So coming up, Los graduates, what's coming up, what's the food label, now hot on HuffPost front, layer community sound. Also, you can click in any one of those and get ready to participate. You can post a text or video comment. So yeah, you can do that there. And then you can click there to be an on-air guest. This is what HuffPost Live looked like. There we go. That's what it looked like there. Here we go.
Different kind of conversation.
Without further ado, let's bring the community in.
Let's talk about what's trending on the Huffington Post.
Bill Maher is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
You're the kind of genius I wish was in Congress. Very good question.
And an important one.
I think this definitely changes the landscape of the election. We have so many comments streaming in right now. Please continue to keep them coming.
Click the Be an On-Air Guest button and join the conversation live.
Leave us your comments, leave us your thoughts, and go to the resource wheel. We have a lot of other articles, blogs.
Check out the green rooms right above me, see what's going on up.
There's a whole range of issues going on here, right?
You want to have this conversation.
Well, we'll have that.
Have the whole conversation.
Believe that. I've got some property at the Love Canal to sell.
Keep on commenting, guys.
We have 515 comments just in the last 15 minutes.
This is where the conversation needs to change, and I'm so glad you brought it up.
Not a third world issue, it's a world issue.
You can just jump in anytime, ask each other questions.
This thing is so random, but I really like it.
I've got all these nice folks in my Google Hangout. Let me say it like this.
Is this the first interview you've ever done by video chat?
This is the first.
This is so cool. This is innovation.
Right? So then, of course, there was a show called AM to DM by Buzzfeed News. Shout out to the Troy Awards here. through a partnership with Twitter. Remember when Twitter could actually get partnerships and not be a broke-ass company like they are now? BuzzFeed News set out to reinvent the traditional morning show format for the way people consume news today on social. Twitter was the beating heart of news, has always been a big part of the culture of BuzzFeed, of the BuzzFeed newsroom. We wanted to focus that conversation on what was happening in real time, not from yesterday or hours before, while engaged with our audience. BuzzFeed News' goal was to build on the fundamental reporting that we do and ultimately extend the reach and deepen the impact we have with our loyal audience through social TV. AM to DM has been a great megaphone for our journalism and journalists. We've been able to combine our understanding of the news cycle with great production values and forms to create something really compelling for that audience. Strategy and execution, or to break through this in this new live social TV format, AM to DM needed unique audience development strategies. Through the power of BuzzFeed News social accounts, the show was able to drive awareness. As TV consumption habits move to this live social format, AM to DM has had the advantage of being first to market. The AM to DM team has created unique ways to produce the show and present its programming in a way that's tailored to its non-traditional social audience. AM to DM leans into ways that make our message resonate in a way that's authentic and will drive the audience to participate in the conversation. We monitor and integrate that participation as the segments unfold live. It's a key function that social TV allows. So imagine, if you will, right? Let's just say that this show was live on Twitter right now, right? You can make a tweet under the show as the show is happening. So let's just say I'm talking about whatever topic at Braylon Lee. I read your tweet as I am live, right? So show is here, tweets are under the show. So that's pretty much how that worked there. It's a key function that social TV allows that you won't see on traditional TV. Co-host Saeed Jones and Isaac Fitzgerald rather incorporate their audience into the show's daily program by interacting with viewers' tweets and sharing them live on air, from full segments like fire tweets to using them as questions during guest interviews to featuring breaking news tweets in real time. BuzzFeed has long been synonymous with all things web culture, and AM to DM certainly tapped into the latest conversations taking place online in November ahead of Time Magazine's Person of the Year cover announcement. The show got countless Twitter users to share who they felt should be on the cover, prompting countless silly memes in BuzzFeed style. For many ordinary Twitter users, AM to DM has become the go-to source for breaking news on politics, pop culture, and social media sensations. Another key feature of AM to DM is breaking news live on air, featuring scoops and exclusives from BuzzFeed News reports on riot topics, from the latest in the Russia investigation to the spread of fabricated news across platforms to issues of police brutality. AM to DM also works with brands to create compelling and unique segments that resonate with our audience while still incorporating the brand's messaging for a particular campaign. For example, Jones and Fitzgerald paired a segment sponsored by Season 1 sponsor Bank of America, with the show's program talking about the evolution of friends who lend each other money, a seamless integration that truly captured their strong friendship. Results: since launching in September 2017, AM to DM has produced more than 80 live shows and more than 70 hours of program with 200 plus guests. And much like our Twitter timelines, AM to DM covers a wide range of news and social commentary and continues to feature newsmakers from the worlds of politics, entertainment, and tech, including Michael Phelps, Dolly Parton, Elizabeth Banks, Cole Ritchie, Lee Daniels, Ashley Graham, Representative Adam Schiff, Senator Chris Murphy, Senator Kamala Harris, and Governor John Kasich. AM to DM averages 1 million views per show, so about 5 million views a week. And the hashtag AM to DM hashtag has repeatedly been a trending topic on Twitter in the United States and worldwide. In November 2017, for example, the show garnered more than 14 million impressions on Twitter and reached users all across the globe. Almost a third of the show's total audience is international, with viewers joining from the United Kingdom, Canada, India, Australia, South Africa, and Mexico. AM to DM continues to generate significant social buzz as it embodies today's use of social media to make live social TV programming work for Twitter audiences. Is truly shaping the future of what TV looks like. So here is Oh, okay, never mind. So the video's not there, but have no fear, because I got y'all. I got y'all. Mm-hmm. So this is AM to DM. Here we go, everybody.
Good morning, Twitter. I'm Alex Berg. He's Zach Stafford. You're watching AM to DM, and it's our first show. Don't let them put you in a box.
He slid into my DMs.
Oh, I mean, that's a fact.
Nana Jean. Look at your grin, baby.
Yours.
No, your skin.
Cinnamon spice is not a spice girl.
Well, can you get a burger home? Can you get a burger?
Tweet of the day is from this guy, Noah Centineo.
Great.
Oh.
Just tell me if they're gay.
I want to know.
We celebrate and respect work.
This would be a lot of fun.
That is a setup if I've ever heard one.
Let's get it going.
We'll see you on the timeline.
So they broadcasted Monday through Friday live 10 a.m. on Twitter. So, like I said, I think the game plan, if I was Byron Allen, I would first of all go to HuffPost and say, hey, listen, we are bringing back HuffPost Live. Bring back the same studio, bring back the same layout, bring back the same logo even. Like I said, purposeful nostalgia is in right now, okay? So purposeful nostalgia is huge because guess what? If we go to HuffPost Live's YouTube channel, right? Let me do that right now. Here it is here, y'all. So this is HuffPost Live's YouTube channel. There's a couple of the celebrities here. So you saw Jennifer Lopez right there. Don't know who that guy is. Sorry, didn't mean to be rude. Jeff Garland. Right, but as we look at the live tab here, 12 years ago was the last time they went live. But look at how many subscribers they have. 251,000 subscribers, right? And then if you look at the total view count, 252,136,519 views. This channel is still active on YouTube. I would so bring this back in a heartbeat. The last time they went live was 10 years ago. They've only done 2 shorts. Only 2 shorts. Only 2 shorts. And then let's go back to AM to DM. And like I said, everything that I'm talking about, y'all, is publicly available. And I am sure there's going to be some new jobs at Buzzfeed opening up for brand strategists and communications and marketing and advertising and everything in between. I am sure that that is going to be happening for sure. So then right here is AM to DM. Now, even though they broadcasted only on Twitter, they have a YouTube channel with 11,200 subscribers, right? Not too bad. Last time they went live was 6 years ago, right? That was the last time they went live. And then right here, 9,529,288 total views. So I believe if they get this going, they start doing live shows here on YouTube, game over. Game over. Game over. So Byron, if I'm you, bring back HuffPost Live, bring back AM to DM. Also, too, you have the Buzzfeed studios to create content. I would go over to Disney, say, hey, listen, let's save Hulu. Let's quit being stupid and let's quit moving in a dumbass fashion. And let's do a Buzzfeed Hulu content news partnership. And I don't mean ABC News Live goes away. That does not mean that at all, right? But, you know, maybe you can take Freeform, which nobody is really watching Freeform like that, and make it the BuzzFeed Entertainment Network, or BEN, BuzzFeed Entertainment Network, right? And then you can make it do what it do there. But hey, listen, if you want me, I'm available, Byron Allen. But you're gonna have to pay me though. And believe me, if you want me to be the brand director and do Braylon's virtual tour with BuzzFeed, you're gonna have to really pay me, because I don't do this for free. I'm doing it free for now because I'm trying to get my foot in the door, but you know what I mean. So there is that there. And so we're going to play this clip. I meant to play in the beginning, but I think this can kind of round things out here. Here we go. This is from Fortune Magazine, which Fortune Magazine is also trying to produce a daily show. I believe Forbes is trying to get into that as well. Many other platforms are trying to do more live content. Here we go.
This focus on the new and the next, or what I would call enterprise journalism, which I'm very passionate about. I mean, I love it. I believe in it. But increasingly, our business seems to believe that you have to kind of follow the herd and weigh in on those high traffic stories that everyone's talking about. That's the only way to get big and get scale and to win. So do you think that you don't need that scale to win, or do you think that with this kind of product, you will eventually get that scale?
Well, I think the answer was in your earlier segment. Facebook's $7 billion quarter. Right. They're happy to have BuzzFeed and Mike and Bustle and Skim and all the other Me Too's just repeat the same stories over and over again, because they end up with $7 billion in profit in their coffers and they say it was a really good quarter. I think that people are more selective in that. I think that people have known that there's an opportunity to get an Apple, an HBO, a Tesla. Back in the day, I would call a Starbucks was in this category, meaning a really premium offering at a reasonable price, right? And so when people knew they could get that, they went out of their way for that Starbucks cup of coffee, or once upon a time for those Nike shoes, or for that wonderful Sex and the City show, or The Wire. And so I think that people will deal with less as long as it's super high quality. You call it enterprise journalism. I call it cutting edge, profiling the new and the next. And so far, we're seeing really good results, not only in terms of our traffic and our audience, but in terms of how we, I hate to use this word because I know it sounds jargony, but how we monetize it.
So, but like it or not, I mean, people are going to lump you into this sector with these big behemoths, BuzzFeed, as you mentioned. They are incredibly enormous, and Vice. And so how do you compete with them? I mean,
I think a little bit the way some of the insurgents along the way have, whether those insurgents have been called HBO or Tesla or others. And so we've thought about it in at least two ways. One, again, I think our ambition has to be different. If all we're going to do is just repeat the same Kardashian or cat story, that's for BuzzFeed, that's for Mike, that's for Bustle, that's for those guys. But if we really think that we can introduce you to rising trends and interesting stars, and we think that you've got a curiosity gap that we can fill there, then I think we can do that. The other piece is how we end up making money. I mean, part of, to give Shane and the guys at Vice a ton of credit, I think they were pioneers in saying, if we just rely upon advertising, we'll do well, right? In the way that HuffPo and others have. But if we think about a more diversified revenue stream that in their case included, creating ads, essentially becoming a creative agency and television, that's something that's much sturdier. Now, they're the only ones really in our space who've done it until Ozzy. And so we think similarly, there's an opportunity not only around ads and television, but also we think a big opportunity is live events. I mean,
so do we at Fortune.
Oh, yeah. And to your guys' credit, you and The Atlantic, I would say, have been two of the really pioneers there. And I think what you guys, Fortune Women's Conference, I think has been one of the one of the few new conferences, I would say, in the last decade that really has mattered, right? I mean, South by Southwest has been there for a number of years. Davos has been there for a number of years. Coachella and others.
There's the value of bringing these people together in an environment that people really want to connect. Let me ask you one other thing. Your site is aimed at millennials. It's a young person site.
Or we like to say it's aimed at the curious, many of whom are millennials.
That's true.
We've been lucky enough to have Bill Gates call us one of his favorite and regular places to go, and he's not quite a millennial. And but yes, we are 75% millennial and Gen X.
So my question is, so do you think they actually have a longer attention span than others would have us believe, with stories like 10 things that go better with ketchup, which is one of my all-time favorites of that ilk? do they really want more?
I think they do. I mean, look, there will always be people who have an appetite for Buzzfeed and Mike and the like, right? And they're always going to look at cat videos and simple stuff, and all power to those guys. They're going to do really well, and I think that's great. But I do think that people want stuff that's both clever and flavorful, and I don't think they should have to choose, right? And I think part of the reason why HBO had so much success, not just with millennials, but a whole generation of people, part of the reason why Netflix is having a bit of a moment here is that they have figured out that you can create shows that don't have to be either smart or sexy, but you actually, smart is sexy, right? And that you can do both. And so that's what we're trying to do as well.
There you go. Even though Carlos Watson did what he did, he has some very good points of you can be different and be original, right? I think everything that we've done on our YouTube channel has been, I would say, enterprise journalism. But I would say more commentary journalism. We take the stories or we call them destinations, but in the news world, in the world of journalism, they call them stories. But we take the stories, we figure out why they're destinations, and then we expand the focus, right? And like I said to you all, linear television showcases what people could be curious about. Streaming reflects what people embrace. Linear television showcases what people could be curious about. Streaming reflects what people embrace. Linear television broadcasts what people could be curious about. Streaming reflects what people embrace. So when it comes to content creators, our job is to figure out from what has been broadcasted on linear TV, what's been broadcasted on radio, podcasts, apps as well, and other forms of media. We take what has been broadcasted that people could be curious about. We dig. We get beep, 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 beep. And then we take that story and we give our own flavor to it, right? And we amplify that and tell you why people are being curious about it. So content creators, we amplify why stories matter, and legacy media showcases what people can be curious about, right? And to that point, let me go here. Isn't it nice when you can use your own content? Because I did a live not too long ago. Content creator versus journalist breakdown. Not too long ago I did this because I saw the conversation happen and I was like, yeah, this needs to be an actual conversation. Let me do this here. So right here, this video, the content creator versus journalist breakdown Townhall, hosted by Braylon, explores the evolving landscape of news, the distinctions between traditional journalists and content creators, and how these roles are increasingly intersecting in the modern media ecosystem. Key discussions and themes define the roles Braylon distinguishes that traditional journalists primarily report on what is by verifying, contextualizing, and adhering to professional standards. In contrast, content creators expand on these stories, analyzing their magnitude and cultural impact to engage their specific audiences. Let me read that 2 more times. Traditional journalists primarily report on what is by verifying, contextualizing, and adhering to professional standards. In contrast, content creators expand on these stories, analyzing their magnitude and cultural impact to engage their specific audiences. One more time for the one more time. Traditional journalists primarily report on what is by verifying, contextualizing, and adhering to professional standards. In contrast, content creators expand on these stories, analyzing their magnitude and cultural impact to engage their specific audiences. Institutional versus individual trust. The discussion often highlights that while journalists are often viewed as a part of an elite institution, content creators are often perceived more intimate, transparent, and engaging, which is a significant factor in why our audiences are shifting their attention to creators. The future of collaboration. The video emphasizes that newsrooms and creators can build stronger, more effective partnerships by trusting the creator's voice. Newsrooms should avoid over-editing, as authenticity is the creator's superpower. That's number one. Number two, balancing structure and freedom, providing guardrails for accuracy while allowing the creator the flexibility to maintain their native style. That's number two. Number three, treating creators as collaborators, viewing give it a moment, y'all. Give it a moment, y'all. There we go. Treating creators as collaborators, viewing creators as information providers rather than just marketers or conduits for clicks. Audience consumption. Braylon notes that linear television reflects what people are curious about, whereas streaming and social media reflect what people embrace, marking a fundamental shift in how information is valued today. But here's the thing. One can't work without the other. So if people can't be curious about anything, then you cannot learn what people are embracing. And if you cannot figure out what people are embracing, then how can linear TV create the platforms to showcase what people be curious about? So it's a yin and yang, right? Key takeaways for creators and journalists. Authenticity is currency. Audiences connect rather with creators who sound like real people rather than institutions. Perfect polish cannot replace the sincerity that audiences crave. Building a direct relationship. As Tashara Parker notes, journalists should leverage social media to build direct relationships with their audience, as modern trust is placed in people, not just logos. So as you can see here, being able to understand the environment. So this is our nighttime background. So as you can see here, you can't see it when I'm like live. Oh, hang on, let me go back. Let me zoom out. Come on now. There we go. Okay. So let me do this here. So let me pause it here. So as you can see, let me zoom in. So as you can see the nighttime background here with all the lights going. You see all the cars going there. It's creating this vibe, right? That you're here with me in this very nice studio. Of course, this is my virtual apartment. And, you know, ambiance is a real thing, right? Wait a minute, I'm trying to get back to y'all. There we go. Ambiance is a real thing, right? And so when you look at all of this, right? Let me just get on the big screen here. There we go. So I'm on the big screen right now in StreamYard. So I'm looking at my whole setup. So you can see like the studio lights and everything else. And you see my nighttime background, right? Some of you will probably wonder, why are you always nighttime, right? Because nighttime, you see the colors, right? You see the blue, you see the purple, you see the pink. Why you think I always do pink font? Because pink font it's like neon. It's like, oh my God, something's happening, right? And then you see, the nighttime rain background, everything else. You see the plants in the background, and it feels like home, right? Even though I do come from a radio background, like I always say, radio taught me how to find my voice. Television taught me how to control my voice, and time management, the marketplace taught me how to diversify it. Every time that you come here, the content is different, but the foundation is the same. Consistency plus tenacity equals your destiny. 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 So, I wanted to come on and bring you this conversation because I felt like it was a very historic day that Byron Allen has bought Buzzfeed. And I think that this is the way to go. Byron Allen, now listen, of course, you're the one who bought Buzzfeed. Got a lot of work to do, but I do think if you look towards your past, right, of HuffPost Live and AM to DM and reaching out to Disney to say Hulu, I think BuzzFeed might have a path forward. Not to mention, too, y'all have your own studios, right? And not to mention, too, not just in terms of studios, in terms of a production company, but you have your own studios in New York and LA. And then you add the Walt Disney Studios in California, and then, of course, I want to see Times Square Studios lit back up, of course. I believe that building should still be fulfilled. The building where, all of ABC News used to be. I think Byron Allen could say, hey, we're going to move in there and make that BuzzFeed very easily. If Byron Allen comes to ABC, they're going to allow him to do what he wants to do. And I know that the wonderful Robert A. Iger building, which allegedly is working so swimmingly, said no one ever, child, they say control rooms ain't working, cameras ain't working, lights ain't working, this, that, and the third. Shout out to Rob Schuster. Naughty but nice, his platform there. But I'm sure they'll probably want BuzzFeed to have a on-air studio inside that building. That could be a satellite studio. You ain't got to be there all the time. But for the future of BuzzFeed, if you're going to be a video, audio, user-generated content platform, you're going to have to pull from content creators. And there's not a platform that is utilizing content creators in that fashion, where content creators are the network. I think BuzzFeed could do just that. So, whew, man, I gotta tell you, that was quite a lot to get all that out to you all live. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to take a little commercial break, and we'll be back with more. You know what? Let's just go ahead and just make it 2 hours. I think we can do it. Damn it, hell. But yes, indeed. So let's see if anybody's talking about this on. Let's see if anybody's talking about this. Let's see here. I am not seeing any. Oh, wait a minute. Here I am. Here I am, y'all. Here I am. Show y'all this here. Here we go. There I am once again. Always the first, child. Just never ceases to amaze me. I forgot to put Byron Allen in here, but we will definitely do that, right? So when you click on BuzzFeed, right? When you click on that hashtag, this will pull up. But I am probably the first one to be able to, the first one to talk about this conversation on YouTube. And there is a reason why I make it do what it do when it comes to being able to look right here. Listen to me. I'm the first one on all of YouTube to talk about Byron Allen and BuzzFeed. And you know how I always say, right, that it is important that you recognize that third place is just as good because you are still in the winner's circle, right? And not to mention too, the more you're in first place, the heavier the crown is. So, like I said, been first at Hard Hustle Houston, the Never Ever Mets. I was the first to bring you the, Versant spinoff, Warner Bros. Discovery spinoff. Everybody was talking about the Netflix thing, so that really wasn't too much. But there's been many firsts that I've done on this channel. And we always find trends that are happening before anybody else gets into it. And it's such a privilege, a joy, and a thrill to do it. Like I said, just because we're not being seen by everybody doesn't mean we're not being seen by who needs to see us. So as soon as this live is done, I'm going to put Byron Allen's hashtag in here. So that way, when you click Byron Allen, right, you will be able to see like, oh my God. So when people type in BuzzFeed or they click BuzzFeed, right? Or they click the Black Uzzfeed. And by the way, that's the only hashtag of that on YouTube. So, listen, you ain't gonna find it nowhere else. But when you click on that, you will be able to see this conversation. All right. So, with that being said, I'm gonna turn on my camera now because we've done the whole show for over 2 hours. Just we have. So we're gonna take a little bit of a commercial break, and then we'll be back with more to wrap things up right here. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then. Where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. tour where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not being seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you, more than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician, general, author, ruler, man. legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I love you so much. I had to tell you thrice. Welcome back into Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. Just got done talking about Byron Allen buying Buzzfeed. That happened today, everybody. It was a ship in the middle of the night destination. And those happen from time to time where, you know, I've planned out the destinations that we're going to go to for the show, or the tour rather. And I have it set, and then things like this happen where it's like, all right, bonus tour. And that's just what we do. We are very malleable and flexible and adaptable to reflecting what the culture is talking about in real time. Now, do I think Byron Allen is going to change Buzzfeed to Black Buzzfeed? No, I don't. I don't think he's going to do that. I just thought it would be fun to do that. And by the way, y'all, like I'm on my mobile phone right now, and it says the title of my show, and then it says Braylon Lee YouTube featured. I've had that happen to me a couple of times, and I've seen a couple of other people that I know, like Drop the T's been YouTube featured. I think Caramel Rell has been YouTube featured. So I see y'all out here doing great work, and I'm very, very proud of those who are actually doing the work. Okay? All right? Not saying I'm the greatest content creator of all time. I'm never that uppity. Shout out to Uppity Unicorn, Miss Uppity Lee. Let me put some respect on her married name. If I could be married to that gorgeous sister, Jesus. But anyway, I hope Uppity Unicorn is doing well. Love her. But sincerely, to those who are pounding the pavement every single day, trying to find different things to talk about, not just the same constant drivel and debauchery and recklessness of content. Good for you. I'm very proud of you. Keep going, keep your head up, and stay on the path, right? The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but it's to those who can endure. So, yes, indeed. Like I said, Byron Allen has bought Buzzfeed. Byron Allen has bought Buzzfeed. Byron Allen has bought Buzzfeed, and he will be the chairman and CEO of Buzzfeed. So I'm sure that there will be some new jobs come down the pipeline for sure. I know he's going to need some new branding people for sure, and maybe not branding people to rename, Buzzfeed to Black Buzzfeed. Although if he does, like you saw the name here first, but I'm sure he'll need some new people for branding, marketing, advertising, partnerships, content, and many other areas, strategy, direction, all that type of stuff. So yes, indeed. Shout out to the two people here. Glad to have you here. We're just chillaxing. Just chillaxing, just chillaxing. You know, it really does amaze me though, how I'm able to cover all this live. Like every big thing that I've done, I've really never done like a video on it because I'm just like, I know I'm long-winded. So for me, it's best for me to like do my research, find all the links, and then come to y'all live. And plus, I love the extemporaneous conversation we can have with each other on things like this. Like I said, when you type in Buzzfeed Byron Allen, you see this. I am the only person on YouTube live right now talking about it. So when you type in that and you click live, you see right there, that's my channel. That's the backup channel there. But yeah, I'm the only person talking about it live right now on YouTube. And it's important to recognize your wins. It's important to recognize what you have broke in terms of stories. It's important for you to recognize your weight of what you contribute. Because if you don't do it, nobody else will. You know what I mean? So, yes, that's so cool, man. Oh, Lord. Hey, 3 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Hopefully all is well with y'all. We're just chillaxing, talking about Byron Allen buying Buzzfeed. If you guys have any questions, the 3 people that are here, or the 1 person that's here, if you guys have any questions, you can drop them in the live chat below. I will answer them to the best of my ability. I probably will stay here for at least a little bit longer, probably to 2 hours and 23 minutes, and then we'll head on out. Already did the Daily Mulberry during the 6 o'clock show. If you missed our Housewives review, please go back and watch that. I promise you, if you need a laugh today, I did you a good one on today. Okay, the last part of it was me setting up this live, so you'll hear me talking to myself and stuff like that. But it was a setup for this live that you are seeing right now. So, like I said, tomorrow night, 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life. We've been watching that show for a good while. I am sad it's getting ready to come to an end. I am so sad. I'd rather see that more than the Housewives of Atlanta. I'm just going to be real with y'all. But I do it for you all. I do it for you all. I do it for you all. So we'll be reviewing that. And then Wednesday, I got something really big for y'all. It's going to be another theme park live. We're going to talk about some Disney stuff. I think I might have figured out the formula for Disneyland, I believe, along with their entertainment district. And Florentine and Phil were right. Kinda. Sorta. Maybe. The words announced the butler from The Nanny. That great sitcom. But we'll talk about all that Wednesday. And of course, as you guys know, Thursday, I am off of YouTube unless there is something in the culture that needs to be talked about, or if there's something interesting that I believe I want to talk about, I'll come on Thursday. But y'all know that's usually my off day. And then Friday, we'll have 2 brand new shows for you all. So, yeah, a lot going on. Can't believe we already made it to May. You know what I mean? Just halfway through the year. Man, just, whew, Lord. My Lord. Man. I can't believe that Carlos Watson live stream I showed y'all did that 4 years ago. So 2026, 2025, 2024, 2023. So 2023, I've been doing this like 3-4 years now with live streaming, which is crazy to believe that I've done it for that long. But one of the most thrilling parts of my career. I love doing this show. I love the variety. I love the minutia of it all. But really, I love the fact that I can broadcast live to the world anytime I want to and give you something that maybe people aren't talking about yet. And we can just have fun with each other. You know what I mean? If anything, I look at it as no matter how rough of a day you've had, if you can come to this channel and you've learned something from this channel, you have laughed with this channel, you've cried with this channel, you've been able to be seen with this channel, you've been able to be felt, you've been able to embrace, you've been able to connect with somebody in any shape, form, or fashion. Whatever you can get from this channel is a privilege, a joy, and an honor to do it for you all. And I do not take that responsibility lightly. I take what I do seriously. I don't take myself too seriously. So with that being said, y'all, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always one of us. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Last one thing to call yourself is another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully, I'm spending time together. Ross, be great together. Always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just breaking some media news and you're recognizing that while the path may be long, that don't mean you're not getting closer to where you're supposed to be in your journey. Make sure the replay is not just for if you watch it, not just for you listen to it, but if you want the spirit to again. I love you, I value you, I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you for coming, where success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is probably be proud of your damn self. But finally, y'all, listen, I've said this many times before. By the time we learn what's happening in the worlds of media, entertainment, culture, commerce, theme parks, what have you, with any sector, right? It has been talked about in many boardrooms. It's been talked about through many email chains, and it's been talked in many work Slack chats before we've gotten to hear about it. And just know that your life works that same way. Before God brings you that blessing, God has went around to every area of your life and to every person of your life. He went to the angels on your team before that blessing got to you. So believe me, I know it can be strenuous to believe that goodness can still be out here. It's hard to believe that people want to be in love. And it's hard to believe that there can be more on the horizon. But listen, in the words of Whitney Houston, impossible things are happening every day. And the world is full of strangers and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and don't listen to what sensible people say. And because these that fake deal-eyed those keep building up impossible hopes impossible, things are happening every day. If you can remember that, believe me, you're going to be A-okay. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Love you all. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you this.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO. Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make.
Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service.
It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it?
This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it. Are video games getting too expensive?
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the